Welcome to Real 45 with Stefan and Greg Hancock. We vibe out and have real talk, so tune in and check this out. Yeah, today is a new day. Let's seize it now and get hype. We talking about our careers, our family, and just life. Yeah, share my story with you. Inspiration like every day. Real 45, we gon' keep it live. I keep episodes on replay. Ayy, Real 45. Yeah, Real 45. Show them how we do it, man. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the Real 45 podcast, episode number 24. Another great day in paradise here, and I'm sitting in the beautiful parts of the Polish world, Gdansk right now. Had a great day, and I should probably say good day to my partner over here, Steph and Janelle. You're looking good. I get to see you. Nobody can see you themselves, but we have this great video link, and you have a Johnny Bravo haircut going.
Yeah. I got my wife to cut my hair, but she couldn't go for the long hair, so in the middle of it.
You're looking hot.
Yeah, I'm hot. Feeling hot.
Just step outside the door. You'll cool down real fast.
You're hot.
Hey, well, thanks for noticing. Got any more compliments for me? Because I got a few for you.
Thanks.
Dang.
Do you have any?
See you later, brother.
How are you doing? Are you good?
I'm pretty good. Finally, can we say the tables are kind of turning a little bit? The weather's starting to play with us a little bit. After our last week with Luke and us traveling around Poland, we've had a little bit of luck the last couple of days, and myself and Luke actually went out to the training track in Torun. They have a really cool little, it's probably the shortest distance around the inside. It's probably like 100 meters or something, and then around the outside is about 200 meters up against the fence. So you have this little tiny bull ring circle, and then you've got this massive fence on the outside, all this room. You can just make your own racing lines. And so Luke and I went out there, and it was pretty wet and deep, but Jan Zombik, the boss of the training track, went out and packed it with the water truck, and I let Luke take a few laps before I went out there, because I was like, I don't know if I want to ride this. And he went out there and made it look like a piece of cake. And I'm like, okay, I got to go now. So we ended up spending 3 hours just ripping laps and had a blast. So that was all in preparation for what we just did today. But
that's good.
We had the Speedway Best Pairs, the first match of the season for me, the first match of the season for a lot of guys. And obviously the Monster Energy team that entered in the Speedway Best Pairs event this year. I don't know how aware. Are you aware of the Speedway Best Pairs? You know much about it?
Not that much, actually.
It's a pretty cool thing. It's been around for a few years now, and it's been growing gradually, I think, anyway. And this concept has changed a couple of times with how they've set it up. But now you have teams, a number of teams, 7 or 8 or however many teams there is in the system. But the teams are sponsored by, it could be like for us, we're Monster Energy. There could be a Bowl team. There can be a Fogo team, the Trans MF team. And I mean, there's quite a few. I don't want to leave anybody out, but it's pretty cool. And the One Sport people who promote it, they do a really good job. It's pretty well organized, and it doesn't seem like there's any issues. But this was I think the 3rd year that Monsters had a team in the Speedway Best Pairs. And I've had the option or the ability the invitation to be in the team too. So it's been pretty cool.
Sounds good. And it's a pair competition. So you had someone with you?
You do. You're like a team of 3 guys. So you have 2 dudes that are in the team permanently, and then you have 1 reserve rider that can come in case there's a tactical, like if you're just one guy's not having a good day, or a breakdown, or maybe unfortunate injury or something like that during the race, you can bring in your reserve rider, and he can help to cover, or maybe just help to fix something that's not happening on the day. So it was good. It was great to be back on the bike for me. I haven't raced. I haven't left the tapes for 7 months at least.
How did it feel with your shoulder?
I could tell. It was our secret guests are trying to chime in on us right now, but we're not going to bring them in yet.
Soon.
Yeah. They're just in the background. So probably a relation to one of those Holder guys or something. But
Could be.
yeah, mate. Anyway, I felt pretty good. Yeah.
You did?
I'm gonna make myself laugh now. Pretty funny. So,
Wow.
knock it off. Anyway, I felt good. My shoulder wasn't an issue. So I think the anticipation and the anxiety and the nerves and the adrenaline and the insecurities of, am I going to be okay? Am I going to drop the clutch on time? Am I going to mix it with the guys? Am I going to be fast enough? I'm sure I'm not the only guy who thought that.
No.
I know for sure that my manager Josh was questioning, and so was our team manager, who's joining us on the show today. But they were wondering if the shoulder was going to be okay, because the other guest we have on the show was there to basically cover for me if I wasn't up to scratch. So do we bring these guys in now or what?
Yeah, I think we should.
Welcome the one and only, the future, the brother of, which we don't really want to say that, the brother of, but just one of the brothers of the great Chris Holder. But Jack Holder's in the house.
Woo.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be on here.
He's I think he's pretty excited to be on here, because I've really pumped him up on the Real 45 podcast.
Yeah, I've heard about it, so it's good to be on here.
Yeah, he didn't know what I was gonna. Hey, bro, you want to do the podcast with me tonight? And he's like, okay. So now I busted out my laptop and bam, here, big ass mic.
Big as Mike, yeah.
He's on the table. He's in front of us.
Yeah.
And not only have we got the great Jack Holder, we've got our team manager and a legend, a hero, and a really cool all-around rad dude. We refer to him as Dizz, Darryl Thornton. Round of applause.
Hello, everyone.
I have to say, this is only the second time on the show that we've ever had an applause.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
What can I say? I feel honored.
You better.
That's good.
You should. You've earned
Beautiful.
it, man. You've earned it. You're the man. You are. You're not just Dizz. You're like
The
Dizz.
Dizz.
Dizz plus a bit more.
Dizz. Yeah. Dizz it. We got lots of cool. I don't know.
Shit. Can I ask you guys, how did it go today? Because you were all three at the same event today. With
Yeah,
the Best
terrible.
Pairs.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
One
Thanks,
way to put it.
Anyway, thanks for joining us on the Real 45 all for today. And
We'll just wrap it up, and then we can go talk about something else.
that's right. Yeah.
Go on, Jack.
Beer, please.
What am I up? Yeah, today was good. I had a few rides, which was pretty cool. And yeah, left it up to the boys for the semi-final. But yeah,
Granddad here.
yeah, Granddaddy just couldn't get it to work off gate 4. Nah, it was sweet. It was good to get on the podium anyway.
We had a
Good start.
good start. Have you had any races yourself in the UK yet?
Nah, nothing yet. So that was my first one. So
Oh, okay. I thought you had ridden something, right?
nah.
Okay, so it was the first day for both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're practicing Torun and stuff, aren't you? But
Yeah, it's a lot different when you're lining up to the
yeah,
takes with
that's about it.
a few of the big boys.
Always. That's the nerve-wracking part of it. Like you've been off all year, and I only just found out literally right minutes ago that he kind of pulled his shirt down like this and showed me a nice scar that he's got because he just had an operation on his collarbone that he broke 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now I know.
So we're both coming back from injury.
Yeah.
But how are you now? You good?
Yeah, it's all good. It's a bit sore, but it's not so much the actual collarbone that's sore. It's just all the muscles around it that hasn't been used for a while. So, no, everything's all good. All good to go.
If you have a lot of muscles, it doesn't matter if you have some out of it.
He's going to show you that.
Yeah, we have to take a picture of that. We will put
Yeah.
He's busting out of his shirt now. He isn't on. He's not your average Steve Irwin, you know.
Bigger.
Yeah.
Scary.
How does it feel when the tape goes up? I mean, the first time you do it on the year and it's a race. I mean, as you said, you should be quite nervous about it.
Yeah, your mind's probably going about 1,000 miles an hour. The first race is always a bit edgy and shit going on left, right, and center. So yeah, once the first race is all done, you're all calm and you're back into the groove. But yeah, the first race is definitely, things are happening real quick. You got to adapt to it.
It's
But
weird, huh? You go to I put a tweet out earlier too, and I was like, just started recapping what happened in that first heat that I went out in for us. And you're like there and you're excited, you're nervous, you're like your adrenaline is going. That's why you're nervous, right? And you're just going, I just want the tapes to go up. That's like the feeling, just go, I just got to go. And then you get up there and you prepare everything, and suddenly you have 2 minutes from the time they open the gate to go out on the track and get up there and dig and do all your stuff and prepare and then be at the line. You have 2 minutes. I mean, 2 minutes sounds like a pretty long time, but it goes by pretty fast. However, when you're sitting up there and you're preparing for it, sometimes it feels like 10 minutes.
yeah,
And you're just like,
come on.
yeah.
Come on, green light, hurry up and come
Yeah.
on.
And then you get all set, you get all staged, and then you wait for the green light to come on in. The green light comes on, you look down at the tapes, and then you're just like, breathe. You forget to breathe. You forget everything that you were ever practiced or were taught or anything like that. And and then the tapes go up. And you're like,
And you let the clutch out.
you let
Boom.
the clutch out.
And you're on the back wheel. Uh-oh.
And you're like, I didn't give it enough throttle. Or I hit the clutch too hard.
I missed it.
It's
Spun.
yeah. And you haven't even gotten 5 yards out
No.
of the starting line, or 5 meters out of the starting line yet. And you're going, all these things are going through your head. You're just, it's nuts what happens just in seconds, you know? But
Yeah.
then you get through the first corner and you go like, oh,
I'm
here we-
racing.
I'm racing. I'm in.
I'm
You get rolling and yeah.
I'm in front. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Where's my partner?
Yeah. You start looking around and suddenly like people are, and Torun is the best track because you're never safe. There's just no safe
It's
line
too
on the
many
track.
lines
Yeah.
Oh, so it's
going everywhere.
is it a wide track? So
It's
Oh.
wide and it's banked.
Smooth, but it really wasn't today. But
Yeah, today had a few more. It was a little bit not your average Torun, but then again they've had a crazy winter and it's nothing has settled down yet, as we all
No.
know. But suddenly you're racing into the corner 4 abreast, going like, yeah, what am I supposed to do now?
yeah,
What was plan A and plan B? Where?
I'm going to turn left in a minute somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. When do I put my foot on the foot peg? And
Yeah.
So
oh,
I don't
that's
know.
cool.
I just remember the first heat and we got around there and I had a fairly decent first corner and suddenly you're in the game and you got a guy in front of you and you got 2 guys kind of right behind you, but either side of you, and you're just going like, I got to catch that guy, but I got to keep these guys behind me, and you're trying to do everything in 1 lap.
Yeah, exactly.
When
In 1 lap.
theoretically you have 4 laps, right? So if you would just breathe
You calm down.
and calm down and just take it easy, you'd probably make that 4th lap
Yeah.
the bomb. Well, that's what Dizz kept saying to us anyway.
Well, hindsight's a great thing, isn't it?
It is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. But as a team manager, how did you think it went today?
It was good, yeah. Like, it was the first time I've really had to do it. And the only reason I got the opportunity is because the normal team manager, Joe Parsons, is out in Dubai for one of the rallies that the HRC team that he looks after. He's out there doing that. So he asked me if I could help out and point out the boys just with anything they needed. So obviously I just said, yeah, of course I'll come and help with whatever. So yeah, it was great. Good day. Obviously it's the first meeting that, like Greg said, that anyone's had a chance really to the tapes go and get some hammer down. But yeah, it was a good day. Third place,
Yeah, we
podium,
got
so can't really complain about that.
Maybe everybody knows this, but as a team manager in these competitions, what is your role?
For me, really, just to see how the boys are going racing, see what they're thinking, see what lines they think, like try and find out where they want to go, what gate they want to go off. If someone's happy on another gate, try and see if someone's not happy with how they're starting, want to take 5 minutes and put a reserve in, and just sort of keep a happy medium between lads that are trying to just win races, really.
He's like a mediator as much as a manager and just try to keep everybody talking at the same time.
Yeah,
So
the devil and the angel on the shoulders, just going, yeah, it'll be okay, but no, it won't. It will. So, but the boys make all the decisions, really.
Yeah.
You just have to sort of liaise with them. Just
Second them. And,
yeah.
Yep, that'll work.
Yeah, great boys, nice one. I'll just go and tell the officials.
the boys make all the decisions, but we actually go to him every time and say, "This is what we're thinking. What do you think about that?" Then we all kind of throw a discussion around the table, but that's what makes a winning team, right?
Exactly. We all got to gel together pretty good, don't we?
Yeah, pretty
it's
much.
good.
And maybe it didn't go to plan today, but it wasn't far off.
Hey,
Um,
plan was to win. We won a few.
But have you
Pretty good.
3 guys worked together before, or is this the first time in this group?
Well, it depends on how you put it. If we kind of roll back, and we're leaving out Pawel actually. We're being bad because we're thinking we got Pawel Przedpelski, who's our other teammate. So as it worked out today, Jack came in as reserve, and Pawel and I we started the day off, and we did the first 2 heats together, and then I came out and Jack went in and
There was a bit
did.
of discussion around that though, about who to bring Jack in for, and like who we're going to drop just so we could get Jack rolling.
We had our own team tactics, how we were working it, and it all sounded good. And maybe it didn't work out the way we planned it, but it's Speedway, right? It's racing.
It worked in a way.
Yeah.
So that's good.
So we went for it, and then so Jack came in. He did 2 heats, and then we decided to go back with Pawel all the time, for the next heat or whatever. And then Pawel jumped out and had a heat win, and we had a 5-1 together, Pawel and I. So then we'll keep going, and then we got to the semifinal, and Granddad just didn't pull the goods together. I'm just gonna step out of it.
Granddad got a bit scared.
Granddad, that was the best. I got called Granddad by Martin Smolinski, who basically became the culprit who took those deciding points off us in the semifinal and put us out. So and just to rub it in, we climb up on the podium and we go to congratulate him. He goes, "Congratulations, Granddad," or whatever. Anyway, I just heard Granddad. That's all I heard. And I was like, "Right, bro."
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah, I'll remember that.
Yeah.
When is Jeff?
Remember that and use it as your strength.
Tomorrow, isn't it?
What's the next round?
You just have to show him next time.
You just
I'm
have
sure
to
he
say,
will.
"I'll see you at the GPs."
Yeah.
I say, "Oh,
Oh,
sorry, did I say that?"
that was good.
Oops, daisy.
All I know is when I get back to Sweden tomorrow, I'm going to start polishing up my walking stick.
I have it prepared
Yeah.
with its ring bell on,
Yeah. Ring, ring. Get out of my way. I got a bicycle.
Granddad coming through.
But I'm
I
fast.
want to be the bad grandpa.
Yeah. That could be your new nickname.
That's
Greg,
right.
bad grandpa.
Bad grandpa
Handcuff.
right there. I'm going to put that in the back of my space. Grand to win, bad grandpa.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But anyway, going back to Dizz here, I'm always the one, or we're always the one, Steph, and we like to dig into our guests' kind of past. I don't want to make this into a really long show because I'd really like to dig into Jack one day and hear his whole story, because we've heard it from his brother's side, and we know that he was supposed to be a girl and all this stuff. So
We have
Bigger.
a lot of info.
we have a lot of questions. Not info.
Podcast.
We got questions.
Watch the Chris Holder podcast.
I was thinking you were a girl, not thinking you're supposed to.
It's supposed to be.
Well, we
Yeah.
got a good team manager here. You go straight to the point.
Well,
I thought you were a girl.
yeah, well, if you got no banter, what's the point of turning
But talking about girls, no, I'm not into. No, I'm.
Well, I got you
Anyway,
girls
Jack.
Well, I got you girls on the line. Just because Jack's here, don't call us girls.
No, but there isn't so much girls that are Speedway riders. But if
Oh,
Probably 0.
I know
Oh,
of
that's
one
not
that
true.
tried. In Aussie, she tried.
there is not a ladies and a man's what do you say, competitions,
or a-
you will compete at the same track.
Yeah.
So girls,
Mm-hmm.
that's a challenge, or
It is a challenge, and I don't know how the one in Aussie was, but we've had a couple out of the States that have been really good, and then they come to a point, you know, and then probably, something takes over, and they end up moving on and doing something else. But I will say, the girl Selena from Germany, I don't know if you've seen her. She's on 250s right now, but I watched her in the 250 project last year, and in Prague in the Czech Republic, and she was on the podium in the long track. I think she was second or third. I feel bad. I don't know this right off the bat, but and I watched her in the deal in Prague too for the individual world championship. She was unbelievable.
Really,
dude. Yeah,
cool.
I have to be careful how I say it, but man, that chick came down the straightaways. I shouldn't call her chick. That fine young lady came down the straightaways, and she was on the outside of the guys, like tucking her handlebars down and just sneaking around the outside of them, and then just rolling around, passing guys like way better than most of the guys that were riding. Super impressed, and a super sweet girl, super nice, super into the game, and just not scared at all. So, you know, who knows how far it's going to go, but someone like that, she must really be an eye opener for the women in the sport. So, hats off to her for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't get too good and whip my ass.
Our ass.
Yeah.
Right, like that.
You're right, you're just a teenager.
Oh, you never know. I have to look up her name now.
No, tomorrow I won't be.
Because
I'll be okay.
I want to know more about her, but we should probably check her out. She's pretty cool. But how did we get on the women's subject?
No, I don't know, but I think that the original question was if you have had compete in this group before, and then we had, I don't know, we just got away from that.
Yeah. We wanted to hear more about Jack's story, right? Was he really supposed to be a girl? Maybe we should actually talk to Mrs. Holder. We should talk to Jack's mom.
That should be something.
That would be really rad. So, Mom Holder, talk to us. That's a question for you.
Yeah. So, but I have another question then for you, Darryl. You're working at Monster. What is your daily work, or is it?
Yeah, so normally at Monster, I look after Monster's marketing activations at all the Speedway rounds. So from A to B, like from leaving the warehouse where we have all our equipment and stages and stuff like that, we'll drive across Europe in HGVs, turn up at the track, set up a stage, so then the local team can come in, sample drinks, give away stickers, have gaming going on, video loops, and just to entertain the fans. And then we'll have the riders at the Speedway come in, like Greg and Chris and Dudek. And then they'll come in, they'll do some signing, they'll give some stuff away, take some pictures, and then we'll have the Monster Girls there as well, giving away stuff and just taking pictures, looking like they do. And people seem to love the Monster Girls a bit more than they like the riders, really.
Can you believe that the F1 took away the grid race?
Oh, I know, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Crazy. Stuff like, that was one of the Monsters things that it's just said, well, why would we get rid of them? They have a career. That's their career.
Yeah, sure.
You take that away and you're taking someone's livelihood away, yeah.
Is that a big question now?
It's not so big because Monster really don't care about normal life.
No.
That's why it's Monster.
In that manner.
Not they don't care about stuff, but they sort of try and go the opposite to the world.
Yeah, but you think about like MotoGP too. Can you imagine MotoGP, the start grid without the grid girls? And stand there with the umbrella. I mean, it's just
an umbrella.
Yeah, who's gonna the rider? The rider's
and I don't mean that in a
umbrella.
sexist way. I just mean like they're there, and it becomes part of the thing. It's not like everybody looks for the grid girls. They're looking at Rossi, they're looking at Crutchlow or Marquez or whoever, and they're like seeing them with the Monster Girl or whoever's standing there with the umbrella.
Like putting the riders there without the bikes.
Yeah, exactly.
When you see it all. You see the guy, the rider, the bike, the girl with the umbrella. That's what you see, though.
I'm sure there are some guys that are checking out the chicks, though.
Yeah,
surely.
But that's just what you see.
Probably not Jack, because he's a.
Have you tried guys with speedos? An umbrella?
It's funny you should say that. They actually once did try Monster guys,
They did.
America,
Really?
yeah.
Do you know what?
I don't know what event it was, but I know they tried it, and I don't know if it went down very well.
We should Google that, monster guys.
Yeah,
Just see.
it's exactly what happened. Guys in speedos
Oh my God.
happened.
Can
That is
imagine
no
me-
word of a
can
lie.
imagine me with my
Oh.
gray, hairy chest.
Come on, Granddad. Come on,
Bad
Dad.
grandpa.
Yeah, bad grandpa. And I
Strut
could do,
over.
yeah, and I'll do little like hot wax and put the monster claw in my chest.
Looking forward to that.
My wife's gonna be so happy when she hears this. She's gonna go, "What?"
Okay, so you bring all this.
Yeah, so we bring it all so they can come and meet the fans and do the signing, and the fans can experience what Monster do really. So they can see all the looks of all the different sports. They can play the games. They can get the drinks, the stickers, and everything. And then we set up the branding and an activation in the stadium. So we'll set a bar up in the pits. I say a bar. It's not really a bar. It's just a drinks counter that we give away Monster in the pits to all the VIPs and the mechanics and the riders and everybody. And we set up the branding around the track. And then obviously the race happens, and then afterwards everyone's finished and goes home, and we have to then take everything down and spend hours.
How much things are you bringing to every competition? I mean, is it trucks or is it?
So normally it was like an Arctic, like a big HGV worth of gear.
Did you say HGV or
Yeah.
HGV?
HGV,
Okay.
heavy goods vehicle.
Yeah, but we had this conversation earlier. Whether the H was it
Huh?
HGV or was it HGV?
H.
Is it Greg? Like Hancock, do you spell it HANCOCK or do you spell it HANCOCK?
H.
Greg Hainscock.
Okay, never mind. I'm taking him off the subject now. I can't help it. He's a northerner.
Yeah, from the north of England, so it's very hard to
Northerner.
understand.
You northern above.
So we had Monster Joe on the show too. So your job.
So I'm standing in for Joe right now.
Okay.
So Joe's the main man, and he's busy out in Dubai at the minute. So he asked me to step in and help out. So
He's Desert Joe right now.
Yeah, Desert Joe.
He's not
Desert Joe.
Monster, he's Desert Joe.
it's like Indiana Jones right now.
Yeah, totally. Well,
and the Temple of Desert.
we saw him in a mosque recently too, all dressed
Oh,
up.
yeah.
So I don't know
That
if you
is
saw
the-
that on Instagram. Did you see that one, Stefan? The picture of Monster Joe at the mosque? If you
Yeah.
have to check it out, nice.
Nice.
He
Yeah.
was looking good.
Yeah.
And typical us, we look for all the fun. Don't get this all wrong, but we were looking for the claw. We were looking for the monster claw, the M.
Yeah. It will come.
yeah, he was loving it.
It was cool.
Okay, so that.
But like Dizz also, I mean, all the things that he does, do you not do more than just Speedway?
Yeah, I do a bit of other things. So when I'm not doing Speedway, I'll help other guys. So there's somebody like me on the World Rallycross, somebody on the World Motocross, and there's teams doing all that sort of stuff as well. So when I've got time and I'm not doing the Speedway, I'll go and jump on and help them with anything they need driving and setting up events and running events and whatever they need a hand with really. Like the middle of the year, like July, August time, I think that at one point we have 6 events in one weekend where we have to try and get stages and everything to different parts of Europe with 20, 30 guys trying to organize it all. It's pretty different.
Like he makes it sound like it's nothing, right? Because when we've seen Jack, as you can say too, we've seen some of the stuff that these guys build and what they have to do. It's it's a masterpiece. What they build, what they come in. Obviously, they've done it a lot of times, but
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like anything like you riding a bike.
sure.
You make it look so easy and so good. And
Yeah.
then you have a go at it and it's not that easy or not that good.
Well, this dude, he lives in the northern England. Their offices or warehouse, not offices, but warehouses are in Munich,
Munich.
right? In the south of Germany there. So he has to travel from England to Munich just to start his job and then prepare everything. And correct me if I'm wrong, but then he's got to go from there. Then he might even have to go back to England.
Yeah, if we like at Cardiff, say, for the GP,
For the
we
Grand Prix.
have to fly from England to Munich, collect all the gear and drive back to Wales in the UK, set up, do the event, and then drive all the way back to Munich, unload everything, clean everything, and fly back to England.
He carries a lot of product for us too, for us riders, you know, some of our pit displays and things like that. And he brings them to the events, helps us to set them up. We got fridges laid out there. I mean, when we get there, this dude's pretty much already got us in line, and he's the guy we always go. He's our go-to guy. We Dizz it. We don't Google it. We Dizz it when we get to the race, because it's, you know, sometimes you're missing. I always say this, but a cable for our TV or something. There's not, maybe there's not a analog or a digital cable or whatever the heck it is that we need at a venue. But Dizz just happened to have one in his pocket, right? Or he knew where to get one, or we'll just ask Dizz to get it. And he's always got it, and it's never a problem. The dude is like so mellow. He's crazy.
Twice I'm mellow, and then third time.
Yeah, we'll have to ask your girlfriend.
But that's kind of cool. You have to have that with you when you're talking to the riders and they are going to compete and get all these things out of the head.
Yeah, well, if they need something and it needs sorting, if we've got it, we've got it. If we don't, then if we can get it, then we can get it.
He usually gets it.
Well,
or he's got it.
It just helps, you know, like, I don't know. If the mechanics go, oh, we need this, you're like, yeah, no worries, we'll sort it, no problem. Instead of going, oh, no, we can't, oh my God, the world's going to end. That's not going to help anybody, is it? So
that's true.
You just say yeah and then sort it on. And then if you don't sort it, just forget about it. And then everyone's forgot about it anyway.
a lot of the fans, you know, they come to the races and they see everything there and set up and done and dusted, and you know, the monster rig riot or whatever bar or whatever you guys set up. And you know, Speedway tends to have some really cool stuff. And then you go to a motocross GP or you go to a rallycross event and you just go, whoa, and they have to get bigger because the audiences are bigger and they have to entertain more people. And you just go, man, you know, people don't actually understand, I think, sometimes how much these guys have got going on. So we have a lot of respect for him. I mean, this guy, you know, we might give him a hard time and he definitely gives us a hard time too. But it's all in great respect. And, you know, we wouldn't think twice about giving him a hand on something if he needed it. Cause it's just, it works good. That's what makes him and Monster such an awesome collaboration for us. You know,
It works well, doesn't it?
works really good.
Yeah.
And people come and go, you know, but this he's been around for a while. And it's pretty cool.
I can see it. It's hard because it should be a lot of travels and not being home and.
Yeah, it's just, well, yeah, you see, but when you like turn up to an event and you see these guys like every other week and then you don't see them for like 5 months over the winter, and then you go, oh, it's like seeing a friend you've not seen for a while. You go, yeah, okay, and then everything's back to normal, and then you do a season again, and then you're like, oh, I won't see you for 5 months, see you later, and then it's just the same again.
Yeah, as soon as you see each other too, it's like you've never left.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's like
It's
it's just kind of caught up.
That's cool. And Jack, for how long did you have this support, or what should you say, from Monster?
Well, my brother, he's the main, he's sponsored by him. I'm just his brother. But yeah, I pretty much go to the GPs and all that stuff with him, and I see all these boys a fair enough.
I've seen you since Torun last year.
Yeah, and yeah, we had a pretty big night too, didn't we? So yeah, I've been around the boys for a while now, so it's good to be a part of it now.
Sounds cool.
Maybe he's not like a full official sponsored rider right now.
No,
Jack.
He's part of the family.
But he's definitely part of the family, and when you look at him, you classify him as a Monster guy, and you can see that down the line that you'd almost be shocked if he didn't end up being a Monster guy. But in the worst case, whatever happens with this guy, something good is going to come along, because whatever brand he's representing, he represents it really well. And he's a cool kid, and he's sitting across from me, so I got to say all the nice stuff. But he is. He's the guy's the hey, granddad's not bad. Grandpa ain't so bad, is he? No, but he's rad. You know, he's learned a lot, and he learns a lot by being around these great people. And Joe takes care of him. Dizz takes care of him. The brand takes care of him, and he's going to be one of the top guys in the very near future. So
Plan to be.
yeah.
But how does your schedule looks today? What are you where are you riding or?
I'm racing for Somerset in England. So I got to go back there in the morning, and we're racing at Leicester. So go back and do that. And then we have like our press day for England for Somerset on Wednesday. And then, all the photos and all that crap. And
Pretty
then,
blunt.
yeah. And then back out to Poland because we have a test match at Leszno for Torun. And then, back to England for Friday. We have a meeting against Pawel like in the morning at 11 o'clock and then at Somerset at 7:30 at night. So it's, the season's starting. No time to relax now. Off.
And so just to put this into perspective, so we had the race today at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we did the race, we did all the presentation, and we did all the stuff at the end and got ourselves showered and all that stuff. And they waited for me, which I hate to say it, but these guys are pretty cool when they wait for me.
Nobody normally waits for Greg.
Nah.
Like, we'll let Greg talk and then we'll see him back at the hotel.
They did wait for me, Stephanie.
I did. That's
They
good.
were really nice guys this time. Normally they would, So then we'd make our 2-hour drive or whatever, hour and a half, 2-hour drive back to Gdansk. So we're sitting in Gdansk now. We came in, we showered, we had some food, and we hooked this up. So, and now it's 11:20 p.m. sitting in the hotel lobby. Stefan's sitting in his offices over there in Norrtälje, Sweden at 11:20 p.m. and we're recording a podcast.
Perfect.
So
what else would you want to do?
And these guys, what time's your flight in the morning?
6:20.
6. And he's racing tomorrow night, right? So how grateful aren't we
Yeah.
to have
It's
these?
all for a good cause.
Hey, dude, it's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. So we're, now people have been asking me now too, are you going to continue with the podcast during the season? Like, as if we wouldn't, right?
Yeah,
The
exactly.
best part.
Huh?
That'd be the best part.
Pretty
Through
much.
the season.
Totally.
In the van, recording stuff.
Absolutely. I mean, you can hear we have background noise. We don't have our best studio like we
Yeah.
normally do. Normally our studios are fantastic, right, Stephen?
Yeah.
They're the
Got to work with what we got.
Yeah.
We should have a portable studio
Yeah.
in the future.
Oh, we had to whip that up with Monster portable
Yeah, right,
studio.
just give me a shout.
Oh,
There it is right there. Can you see it? The Real 45 monster-backed blow-up studio.
I'm into it.
Just whip it up
Whip it.
quickly for us.
Yeah, just give us a shout. I'll just put it on my back and bring it with us.
Fit it in the truck.
Yeah.
Rad.
Nice space.
So rad. I can see Stephen there with a water bottle while he's
Yeah, well, in fact, I'll go and pick him up as well. Drive him over.
Wait on the side of the road, he'll be there.
Yeah, we will have some fun.
Yeah.
We need to see if we can brand this blue microphone. I mean, Blue, we've been plugging Blue, and they haven't given us a mention yet, right?
No.
And we talk about our Blue microphone constantly, and they don't say anything about us.
Kidding.
We're so bummed. So we're just going to put a big
disgraceful.
monster claw over that thing.
Yeah.
Call it our
Yeah.
monster.
Just put a green sticker over it.
Just a green one. You don't even have to put monster. They'll
It's like an
automatically-
orange sticker.
What would we call it then?
Orange.
Oh.
Like the phone company orange. And then see if they want to jump on.
See, he's not just a team manager. He's like a manager. He's a promoter.
It's
He's
a beautiful face.
I
Yeah.
can't see ya.
That's why I said it. Thanks for radio.
right.
That's good.
Should we call Chris and see what he's doing?
No.
No, okay.
Yeah, you have to. After 9 o'clock, that one.
Yeah, that's right. Well, guys, I can say this. I don't know, Stefan, did you have any more questions?
No, not right now. Actually, I think I'm really happy that you guys could do it this late at night.
No worries.
No, same to you, buddy.
No,
That's
to
right. I'm
see.
really,
No drama.
it's really rad. It's pretty cool too, because as you get going, then you get rolling, then more things come to mind, then you want to ask more questions. But then I keep looking at the clock, going like, I told these guys maybe we can have like a 20 or 30-minute chat. How would that be? Free time, right, Stefan?
Never done that.
Never.
He's
ever.
clicked overtime here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, can't wait for you.
But guys, maybe we can catch up with you later during the season and see what happens and Are
I'm
you?
sure we'll be
Yeah, of
back
course,
here
yeah.
at one point.
Oh yeah, we have to get Jack on his own, and then we need to get Dizz on his own so he can talk about all of us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
And have some more one-to-one time. That would be
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, for
Cool.
sure. Because they've all got a story to tell. Actually, well, we all do.
Yeah.
Everyone's got one.
Got a
Yeah.
few.
I
Bet
don't.
Jack's got a load of stuff.
Not-
Starting off
not-
with
not
meant to be a
PG.
girl.
Jack, first of all, that's the title of Jack's episode. I should have been a girl.
Jackie.
Then you've all been in trouble getting beaten by a girl.
Yeah. Yeah. See.
Exactly.
Yeah, granddad.
Jack was already kind of bummed because he was acting. I know I'm not going to say it now because I'll probably get in trouble with all the girls. Anyway, he was bummed because we called this episode 24. It should have been episode 25.
It's my number. You race the
Oh,
number.
what are you doing next week?
Like an intro.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack Holder, episode 25. Nice.
Yeah, I'll
What are
I'll
the-
get a song whipped up from old mate.
Yeah.
Fever.
From Fever. I'll hit him
Yeah.
up for a 25 podcast one.
Yeah.
So,
You got to be careful though because we're not supposed to advertise.
my bad.
Oh yeah, we can
Yeah,
do that.
perfect.
We can do what we want, can't we?
Well, we were talking about that in the beginning. We were talking about like let's just do it a couple of times in the year, do like another song or do an outro and do it. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe Jack is just going to throw one on us.
He's
Yeah,
the first
might-
one with a guest intro.
Yeah,
That'd be cool. On the 25th episode, that'd be wicked.
I got to
Dude.
think of some lyrics.
Dude, you have a week.
Something about the girl.
Something.
Something about being a girl.
Yeah,
This is going to be good. Tune in next week.
Tune in next week.
I'll do a country
Just for
music
the
though.
intro.
A jazz
All you
music,
ladies
jazz
out
song.
there. Yeah, right. All you ladies out there, tune in next week.
You can have like a load of people just tuning in for the first 10 seconds just to hear Jack's intro. And
Just
then that's
yeah,
it.
intro.
The
Are you gonna
viewers
do,
will go through the roof.
are you gonna do it?
I might do. Let me sleep on it.
You have 4 hours.
You heard it here first. Heard it here first.
Yeah, we can consider that a done, right? He's
Yeah.
gonna do it.
Jack
Yeah.
Holder's singing career going up in flames.
Maybe he's just gonna keep the $20 himself and just make his own.
Yeah.
Swing for it. You can borrow the mic.
If you do that, we will all each one of us will pay $20 if you do your own.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
You got
Oh,
it.
right, yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. Yeah. I'll cover Stefan.
All right, no problem. We have to hear it.
It's a deal.
Yeah, you can
Except for
actually
the-
just
I'll Double or nothing.
you can have the background song from Fever, and then you can add your own song to it.
All right, sweet.
Stop advertising.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Monster.
Yeah, we can
I got a few-
advertise that way, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There was no monster in this episode at all, right? Nothing. Nothing.
Not one bit.
We just rode for him in the best pairs, but
Yeah.
nah. So,
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, guys, hope you can go and sleep and have some good racing tomorrow then.
sweet. Hopefully too.
That's right, for sure. We're gonna love and leave them. And thanks, Dizz.
No problem. It's been fun.
Thanks, Jack.
That's been awesome.
Super cool. Really
Thanks for having us.
For sure. We'll have you back soon. Sooner than later.
Yeah.
Next week, actually.
With a new song.
That's right. And thanks everybody out there for listening. This is the Real 45 podcast, episode 24. And thanks to our good buddies at Titans of Dirt. You guys got to check out their new website, titansofdirtextreme.com, and see what they got coming in the near future. It's pretty cool. And we're stoked they're partnering up with us and helping out with the, publicizing and really pushing the podcast. So follow us on Instagram, the Real 45 at Real 45 Podcast, and be sure you can watch the episode on iTunes or Podbean. I got mixed up with podcast and Podbean and Acast.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of cast.
There's a lot of podcasts that are all out there.
Getting phone handy.
It's just it's out
Just
there.
be sure
So,
to listen.
should I try that again? Follow us on iTunes, Podbean, and Acast.
Yeah,
The Real 45 Podcast.
rate us, comment if you have some questions. Just put them in on Facebook. I think it's the best thing.
There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. I always forget about the Facebook too. Fire your questions away, especially for episode 25 when, dude, you look like a lady.
If you have the lyrics ready for him, just put him up there.
That's right. That's right. If anybody's got a story, yeah. All right. Anyway, have a great one. Grin to win, everybody.
Yeah.
Jack, Dizz, Stefan, peace out.
Greg,
Take it easy.
See ya.
See you.
peace.
Welcome to Real 45 with Stefan and Greg Hancock. We vibe out and have real talk, so tune in and check this out. Yeah, today is a new day. Let's seize it now and get hype. We talking about our careers, our family, and just life. Yeah, share my story with you. Inspiration like every day. Real 45, we gon' keep it live. I keep episodes on replay. Hey, Real 45, yeah, Real 45. Show them how we do it, man. Yeah.